What's up, grinders? I am Hazard, and this week in Gems of War we have a Stormheim week. We have a giant invasion running, and we also have a pretty useless Spirit of Giving holiday event running as well. I guess we could start from that. You know the deal, we have had plenty of these events already. This time you have to use only blue troops, and each battle you win grants yourself those holiday greetings currency that you can then use here in the shop to buy this stuff. There's also this new legendary troop Theodorovich, which gives 3 to 10 mana to all other allies and then summon either Ragnagord, Nutcracker, Tannenbaum or Kris Kringle. Pretty useless troop in my opinion. It's good to inform you that this winter armor is a repeat, so make sure that you don't already own this armor if you like to collect these. For the battles I'm using this kind of theme. Wand of Stars to generate mana to Diamantina, and we are using Bane of Mercy and Eldritch Minion to convert gems to purple to feed Wand of Stars, who can then feed Diamantina. And if we're lucky, of course, we can feed both of these when we cast our Empowered. This is just a team I'm using at the moment. There's plenty of useful blue teams, so I think you will be set with the one you are using. But let's try this one more time. Just a simple forest troll and King Coptruffle will get you far in this event if you don't have any of these high-end troops, let's say that. Do we have an alignment? I think we don't, so let's just go and grab some mana. I think there's an alignment for Eldritch Minion, let's do that. Our wand is up. We could also cast Bane of Mercy to feed Diamantina, and we can AoE all those troops away. There's probably faster teams as well, but this is just something I add over here. Right, let's go check the invasion. The event captain Yordrin has the usual double magic and earns double kills from the towers when you use the troop in your team when you are facing towers and killing them. This troop Theodorovich, Yordrin, deals magic plus 2 damage to an enemy, and if they are tower deal times 3, times 4 or times 5 damage based on the ascension of the troop, then it also destroys a golem. Traits: big, gain 1 life on 4 or 5 gem matches. Stone Skin, reduce damage from skulls by 50%, that's okay, and then the usual Siege Breaker trait that deals times 3, times 4 or times 5 skull damage versus towers based on the ascension of the troop. I'm not sure if you should use this troop up top because it deals so heavy damage, because again the spell damage is boosted to double when you cast this troop. There's also a new weapon in the shop, the Inner Maze, that explodes brown gems and then grants a random status effect to all giant allies and then summon a giant troop. This is pretty much the same weapon that has already been released. It was something like Crown or whatever. Pretty much the same thing, although this weapon explodes brown gems and the other one exploded blue gems. We are going to first try a team that I'm used to climb these stages, all these stages, and up top we are using Jarl Firemantle, who creates 9 red and 9 yellow gems and then deals magic plus 4 damage to an enemy. And the traits are okay: gain 3 to all skills if in first position, gain 2 life on extra turns, and the third trait, burn a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. Those are okay, but the burn, for example, won't do anything against towers because they are invulnerable. But Jarl generates mana to himself and also yellow gems to hero with dancing daggers and also lava troll over here. Yordrin we already went through. You can kill the towers with this. It deals heavy spell damage on those, but for the other enemies like this Griffstone Feather over here, we can use AoE damage or Jarl Firemantle. Dancing Daggers, this is a Dervish class weapon that deals magic plus 5 damage to all enemies and then knocks 1 or 2 enemies from first to the last position. I'm using this just for the AoE damage to be able to do quick wipes against the easy enemies. Lava Troll over here creates a mix of red and brown gems equal to the current red and brown gems on the board. So Jarl creates red gems, and because we are using Titan with Storm Aura, there also will be a lot of brown gems on the board as well. So Lava Troll will double up those red and brown gems to feed mana back to Jarl and Yordrin, who then can feed our weapon and Lava Troll back. Titan gives all giant allies a 50% start, and it also has rock solid. And here I'm actually using bloodthirsty, but we are going to change that to lightning strike because our hero isn't up top, so we aren't benefiting from this bloodthirsty at all. Let's do that kind of tweak quickly, and let's try this team. Because of the starting explosion and enchant, our troops are very quickly up because of the Titan 50% start. As you can see, pretty much everyone is already up. Check the extra turns, I don't see any, so we can cast our weapon. And then we can generate some mana. There, now we could kill. Okay, well these are pretty easy. Let's do the last spell with Yordrin. Excuse me. Let's try another one with this team, and then we check the high level team for the later fights this week. Hopefully the explosion is great. Yep, it was. We could go and cast Jarl to generate some mana. Now we could take the extra turn over there and kill one of those towers. Now if we want, we could cast this, but let's do an AoE damage to get rid of that top troop over there. And well, let's go and double up those gems on the board. Take extra turns, we don't keep those to the towers. We will kill you and then skull poke you down. That kind of team. It works pretty nicely and it's pretty quick for those climbing stages. Then let's go check the team for the stage where we have to fight just towers. Here we are using a previous Siegebreaker, Stonebiter, who also deals magic plus 4 damage to an enemy and the usual blah blah blah. And if the enemy dies, he gains 7 to all skills. That's nice. You can get some attack boost and HP boost as well. Gain 3 to all skills if in first position, and then the big gain 1 life on 4 or 5 gem matches, and then the Siegebreaker trait as well. Okay, I guess. Yordrin deals the heavy spell damage, and Stonebiter here deals the skull damage. And we are using the weapon from the shop, the Enormes, to explode brown gems and grant some status effects to our giants. And if we have to, we can summon a replacement tank up top. Rock Troll doubles the number of brown on the board and then creates 3 brown gems. Basically, we are using Rock Troll to feed mana over here to our Siegebreakers who can deal heavy spell damage on the towers. And again, we are using Titan class with Rock Solid and that Dust Storm that helps with Rock Troll casts and getting those extra turn alignments. Let's try this team in practice, shall we? And again, hoping for a great explosion, because our giants have a 50% start, so maybe we can get the killing process going right off the bat. That worked pretty nicely. Do we have extra turns? I don't see any. Nope. So we get rid of that Raven over there. Now we are going to kill you. And then we are going to double up all those brown gems. 13, this should grant an extra turn, which it did. Both of our damage dealers are up, and we can get rid of the enemies. Pretty simple team, but it should work pretty well in the higher levels as well. And again, there's no need to use any specific class like Elementalist, because the Elementalist third trait just simply doesn't do anything against these towers, because all of them or invulnerable. Immune to all status effect, devour, mana drain, transform, lycanthropy, and lethal damage. Do we have extra turns? Yes. There's another. Skull pokes are great. Let's do a kill. And another one. Then we explode the board, generate mana to our tanks over there, and get rid of the last tower over there. And I suppose I wanna try that team that one of my guildmates posted on the chat. There, this looks interesting. So we are using Yordrin up top for the heavy skull damage, and we are using Baldur to create those skulls. Baldur creates 4 skulls, and the skull generation is boosted by blue allies, and every blue ally is worth 4 skulls more. We have 3 blue allies over here, so that's... Is it 16? 12 plus 4. I think it is. Well, anyway, Etin is empowered, starts battle with full mana, and his spell destroys a column and creates 4 skulls for every purple gem destroyed. Like, we are going to generate more skulls with Etin. And here we have a Tomb Lord's Crook and Exploder as well. This explodes purple gems and grants a random status effect to all Keter allies, which we don't have. However, this weapon I think has, it has the Bone Storm, as Yes wrote in the chat. Possibly suicidal for later levels, but running well so far. So it's pretty nice build for the early days, let's say that. But I would maybe think twice using this in the weekend, let's say that, against those high level towers. But let's try how this fares against these pretty low level towers at the moment. Excuse me again. I forgot to check the class, but I think Jess is using Titan. Yes, pretty sure about it. Yep. Alright. Maybe we summon the Bone Storm, right? And let's put up that Massacre. Yeah, that runs nice. Do I have sigils left? Maybe do another one. Yes, at least one. But I think I'm going to get a Raven Tower. No! Okay then. Well, no more sigils for Has then. Alright, our... let's see. Let's take blue. And we go and summon the Bone Storm, of course. And we start to Massacre with Baldur. Yeah. Do we have purples? There's... Wow! Now check this out. We are going to destroy this column with Etin and generate a plenty of skulls. Yep. Nice. Hey, it's a pretty nice team, to be fair. Alright, that's about Invasion. Let's go check the Underspire. I'm hoping my boss is does spawn after this battle, but I'm not really convinced. This map has been pretty wonky for me today, or this week. We are again using Titan to give our giants 50% start, however we are only using one Baldur over here. Baldur we already checked, and this is a full blue team, so plenty of skulls when we cast Baldur, and up top I'm using Doomed Hammer. This deals magic plus 5 heavy splash damage to an enemy, and plus 4 per tempering level, and I have this weapon maxed. Although you don't have to, but if you have, that is when this weapon starts to shine. Also stuns all blue enemies and cleanses all blue allies, and then also explode 4 gems. And if the enemy has a Doom, explodes 3 more. And surprise surprise, in Underspire we can fight against Doom fights. Here is the new dragon from those the new Dragon Eggs or whatever there are in the Soul Forge. Cometellas from Stormheim. Deals pretty nice damage to all enemies and converts 5 blue gems to blue dragon gems, and there is a 10% chance for an extra turn boost by blue gems. Now this is when the weapon comes into play. If you have this weapon upgraded, it will create an ice storm. Also drains 2 mana from blue enemies if there are any blue enemies. It freezes the first enemy as well. And we are using Titan again to give 50% start to our hero and Baldur. And Mistralus is pretty much just here for the enchant, but of course if you make lots of extra turns or have nice cascades, maybe you get your Mistralus up as well and you can deal that splash damage to 1 to 4 random enemies, and she then jumbles the board and gains an extra turn, unless she is frozen of course. This dragon reduces damage from skulls by 30% and damage from spells by 55%. That's pretty nice, and gives 1 to all skill points to blue allies when matching blue gems. Right, alright. Anyway, this is what I've been using, and let's go try this against these bad boys over here. We don't have any starting explosions, so any extra turn you get will get your troops enchant, and that actually helps a lot. However, we don't have any extra turns. But that's fine, let's take this red gem over there to get Baldur going, and let's start creating those skulls. Now our troops should be enchanted because we took 1 extra turn, and we go and try how we fare. Yep, I pretty much knew that we are going to lose our turn because there wasn't much skulls on the board. We cast our hammer. Hope for good alignments, however, the hammer cast was enough to wipe the enemies here in the first areas. And a drum roll. Oh crap! Well, the hunt continues. I think I have to check this over here. Let's do the math. This is my boss bat, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are going to try over here. If we find the boss from this path. Okay, there is a red extra turn. Right off the bat, we get the enchant. Now I'm casting my Baldur again. Take the extra turns. And other skulls. Feed your weapon, and Comatillus can get rid of the... Wow! Man, almost. But there. That was third fight. And this is a 4th fight and intersection, so I know that my boss is going to be over here because that is the only path remaining for the boss to be spawned. 1, 2, 3, 4 and intersection. Yep, boss won't be over here. Alright, let's do the last sigil over here against these dragons. And I think I'm going to skip the gem over those third purchases and gonna get the boss tomorrow. A red gem would be nice there. Can we get an extra turn from skulls? No, but the cascade did the trick. There, that kind of thing. Let me know in the comments if you like this video, and if you do, give it a thumbs up as well. How's this off? Peace out.